Not so.
Oh, on my page, does it go live?
That's when he happened.
Man, I'm glad we finally got y'all on, man. Everybody trying to get sick. Yeah.
I consider myself a teacher. American. Ready for another
How can I
lesson?
see it live on my phone?
Go to front row.
You got three different levels of football. You got the NFL, the SEC, and the rest of college football.
SEC.
You continue to resist my attempts to educate you, sir.
I see that darn alligator, man. All right, we got Nikki. Nikki, wave at the people. We got Nikki Hammonds in here, and we got Tricia Sedlecki. Wave at the people, Tricia.
Pittsburgh.
They have a special place in my heart because they still a fan like me.
And we go.
Right? And hey, I just want to go a little bit introductions. Nikki, just kind of whatever kind of introduction you want to say to people, just give it to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nikki Hammonds, retired athlete, kind of.
You don't ever retire as an athlete, right?
Listen, I've had so many knee blowouts that I'm bound for a knee replacement. So
you might retire then.
I'm still CrossFit though, and love the Steelers.
Yeah.
14 son, about to be going on 21.
Hey Tricia, give us a introduction, Tricia.
Hi, I'm Tricia Sedlecki. I was born in Michigan, but only lived there for a year and a half. And then we moved to Pittsburgh.
Whoa.
And moved to Texas when I was 12, but it doesn't matter because once you watch the Steelers play football,
right,
it's over.
That's it.
My earliest memories are sitting in the crook of my dad's arm watching the Steelers play in the Super Bowl in the 70s.
Wow.
That was my earliest memory. I grew up playing football. I was my dad's boy. He had two girls, so
right. Yeah.
I was the one that went duck hunting and watched football and did all the fun stuff with him.
Yeah.
So I grew up in north of Pittsburgh, in the woods, in the farmlands. So
yeah.
Then been down in Texas. I've moved lots of places. I went to school in Mississippi. I've lived in Oklahoma for 12 years. I've lived in Michigan, Pennsylvania, all over the place. I've lived and traveled a lot. So,
what part of Mississippi did you stay in?
Oxford. I went to Ole Miss.
Oh, Ole Miss. Okay.
Yep. That was a last-minute decision. I got scared to go really far from home. I was slated to go to Michigan, and I ended up at Ole Miss because I liked their marching band. And funny fact, I went to Plano High School, and our high school marching band was bigger than the Ole Miss marching band. That's how big Plano.
Yeah.
Enormous. I played the French horn, and I was in the marching band, so I got to go to all the football games. We got to go down to New Orleans and play LSU. We got to go to Tennessee. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool experience.
Now, I wanted to start out with Nikki because, Nikki, you left out that you coached, right? You coach football, right? Which is that's an interesting perspective for a woman to coach football. You coached your son?
Coached my son, and then I also helped with linebackers with one of the women's teams.
Yeah. So how'd you? I mean, I'm pretty sure you just love football then, even before your son, right?
Oh yeah. When I played, I was at a basketball game.
Hold on, you were playing before your son, or you played after your son?
No, I played before. I played women's semi-pro for 4 years.
Oh, okay. I thought that was after your son. I didn't know that.
I played flag after him, but before him, I played semi-pro.
Right.
And I'll never forget the girls coming in there asking us, who wants to come and try out for football? And I was like, wait, I get to hit somebody and I don't get in trouble? I'll be there.
Did you see that first hit? He didn't grab the kid's helmet. He didn't slap the kid's helmet. he reared back and went forward like a grown man throwing a punch at a 9-year-old. And that kid weighs, what, 45 pounds? He was a little kid.
Right.
I mean, reared back like a punch. It was unexcusable. Absolutely unexcusable.
Yeah.
Now, this was in Texas, right? Texas or?
No, this is
Georgia.
Kissimmee, Florida. And Nikki, what's your perspective? Nikki, you coach Little League, so I know.
You don't ever touch a kid, period.
Right.
I don't care. You might want to grab somebody's helmet, but I've never experienced an issue with my son playing. He's always been blessed to have coaches who, if they were grabbing his helmet, it was to pump him up. It was like, good play,
Right.
I can't, even now, if I saw a high school coach put his hand on my son, he won't make it home.
Yeah, it'd be a problem.
Don't touch kids, period.
Right.
I don't care how old they are. As an adult, you have to have enough control. I mean, I had a kid tell me, "You ain't my fucking mama. I don't have to listen to you."
Yeah.
Oh, player told you that?
I did want to grab him, and I did want to put hands on him, and I didn't. I sat him down, and you just don't play him. Period.
Yeah.
Like, you don't beat a kid's ass for not making the play or for talking back or whatever the case may be. You just don't.
Right. It's different now. I don't know how it would be perceived if you grab the helmet. I don't think I have a problem with it because I did my stepson like that sometime, when he was playing.
It's different too, though. If you have a relationship with coaches, like these Little League coaches, a lot of times parents have a relationship with them, especially single moms, right?
Right.
Single moms end up having that relationship. And I've always told coaches, man, wear my son's ass out. Don't be soft.
Right.
Wear your ass out.
Right. That's the thing.
But you don't beat on him and you don't knock him to the ground. Talk to him rough, and that's okay. He'll get the picture. You don't have to put your hands on him and knock him to the ground.
Right.
And as an adult, I mean, we do it every day. As a parent, I have 2 kids, and believe me, one of them almost didn't make it out of 11th grade because I was about to take her out. Everybody has those moments. And as an adult,
you have those moments, right?
Your job, you're a neighbor that you can't stand, a boss. Everybody has those moments in life, and you have to learn how to deal with them. And he not only is teaching that kid, it was right after a play, the kid made a mistake, so do like Mike Tomlin, bench him. Wide receiver, you're not going to catch the ball, you're benched, and you're not going in the second quarter. You're not going in the third quarter because you're not doing your job. There's other ways to teach him, and nobody learns in anger. Nobody learns anything in anger, and you teach them to react in anger, which happened in Texas with that player.
No, that happened in Florida. The other one happened in Texas with the
kid
ref.
Which
is ridiculous. Because
what's ridiculous is that he got suspended last year because it happened on a soccer field. This is the second time this kid has done this.
Right.
Oh, he hit another round?
I guarantee you second. He's probably done it. He's done multiple shit.
He's done it a lot. That's why they're coming down hard on the school.
The coach and the school.
Coach because it's not when you're a kid and you can go out there on a ref like that, that ain't your first time. That you done stuff like that multiple times.
You see the players,
and people let you go get away with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. His friends on the team were going with him because they knew it was gonna, but they weren't fast enough.
They weren't fast enough.
And they were 2 steps behind. That was the problem. If he was faster, maybe if he had been a wide receiver, he might have caught him. But he wasn't fast enough because he knew what was going to happen. That guy took off.
Hold on, what'd you say, Nikki?
The coaches knew too. The coaches were right behind him. They knew. They all knew what he was capable of, and they should. I mean, obviously, they've created that type of culture at their school to where it's okay. That's just so and so. That's how he is.
So you're suspended for the 2019 soccer season. Just soccer. He's also a wrestler. He plays football, but you're suspended for 2019 for the soccer season, but you're allowed to play the other sports. And then you do this in 2020, and then they're like, oh, well, you're suspended for the rest. And now his team can't play in the championship, and the coach is under probation. I mean, this is not the first time, and Nikki's right. It's probably not the second or the third. I mean, this has probably been happening all his life.
Now, I'm the dude that go to different stadiums. We take a boys trip every year. Dale, you know all the boys that go. Hey, we take a boy. If we at a different stadium, I wear my Steelers stuff, and it'll be a different game. It won't be no Steelers game, no nothing like that. They say, why are you wearing Steelers over here? I said, when you got the most Super Bowls in the NFL, you got free reign to go anywhere. You the king around here. I'm the king around here. I tell him.
Well, you know what? Let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah. What?
Y'all done lost the last 2 games, Tricia. Nikki. The last 2.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if y'all gonna be objective or y'all gonna be more like Rob up here, emotional, and you know he could be a quarterback. Y'all still gonna win because y'all still.
If we're still gonna be in the playoffs, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to change for us to have any shot in the playoffs. Okay. We have played horrible the last 2 games. We didn't deserve to win either one of those. I mean, you just look at Tomlin. Tomlin says you don't want it, you're not going to get it. You're not going to catch the ball, you're not going to play. You have one job and you're not doing it. We're not doing what we need to do. You know, and those 11 games, those weren't blowouts. We've been doing work every week.
Putting up points on the board, and that's going to be a huge problem if we get to play Kansas City or somebody like that. Because if we can't put offensive points on, then we ain't shit. And we're playing so soft. God, we're playing
6 inches from the goal line, and we had 4 downs to get it in. 6 inches. 6 inches.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
You talking about the last game?
I'm talking about, and
what?
Washington.
The last 3 games. Shit.
Both
games. I mean, when we played Dallas, we came out of that game torn up. We had just played the Titans. We had just played the Ravens. We were pretty beat up, and we didn't play well, but we still won the game. We still got done what needed to be done. We played Washington. That game was awful, just absolutely awful. I mean, we have no run game, which closes down the passing game, and it's closed even more when your receivers won't catch the ball. And then we're playing with no backup linebackers at all. We have practice squad guys out there protecting Ben Roethlisberger, and he's always got the ball out fast, but 1 second to get the ball out before he got sacked for the first time in how long? He didn't have time to throw the ball deep. Everybody said if he'll just throw it deep and open it up. Oh, I love it.
What the hell is that, Nick? Is that a still a transformer, baby? I like that.
And my Steeler Nutcracker. My son gave me that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that.
I ain't seen that before. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, Nikki, what do you think? What do you think the problem is that y'all need to improve on?
Running game and toughness. But the running game is huge. We don't have any running game. I mean, especially, and Connor's okay. I mean, but he's not.
Like he was the first 2 years. He's just.
He's okay. I mean, he's no Le'Veon Bell. He's he's no Chubb. I mean, he's just kind of it's all right. He has a good story.
What's y'all viewpoint on the situation in Dallas with Dak Prescott, or as them trying to sign him or franchise him or get rid of him?
I don't see how they have a choice but to sign him. They already
screwed
themselves by signing Zeke to that crazy contract. They already screwed themselves. They paid him way too much money.
Way too much, too fast.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Way too much money, and I don't know how they cannot sign Dak. I mean, who else are they going to get?
I think Dak is all right. Like I like Dak.
Yeah.
And the fact that they wouldn't pay him, I don't think that he is a Russell Wilson type contract, but he should have gotten paid.
This is my take on it, Nikki. Dak, any Cowboy quarterback, look at all the bullshit that they got to deal with. They got to deal with Jerry Jones bullshit ass.
I can't stand that man.
You got to deal with the country club attitude. You got to deal with, we gon' show the glitz and glamour without doing nothing behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're American people.
Because you should lay down because I come in the stadium. Lay down and let me win. Right?
Yeah.
You got to deal with that. You got to deal with all the dysfunctionality within the coaching ranks. Right? You got to deal with all of that. You got to deal with the players being able to jump the coach and go to the GM because he the owner. Right? The coach don't have no power. No. Keep counting, Will. I'm up to about 5 or 7. Right? Now, if you got it, Nikki, what you say, Nikki?
The coaches have no power.
Right.
The coaches don't have any power. You are so right.
Nothing. So if you was a coach of the team, Nikki, if you was a coach of the team, you said something to me, you know what I tell you? We gonna go ask Mr. Jones about that. I ain't gotta listen to what you talking about. Yeah. Right?
Go ask Mr. Jones.
Yeah, let's go ask Mr. Jones. If you cut me on the field, you say, God damn it, Rob, you cut. Get your ass, take your shit and go to the hot dog. I don't want to see you no more. And I'll be back out there next tomorrow, standing next to Mr. Jones smiling at you. Hey, how you doing, Nikki? You know what I'm saying? That's what Dak.
I'm surprised McCarthy took that job.
Right, what?
You know, I'm surprised McCarthy took that job.
Well, he took it because out of desperation. He ain't had nothing.
He didn't have no, yeah, that's true.
And you gonna give me, you gonna $5 or $6 million to come in. Hey, I'm gonna come in, you know. I ain't got nothing. I sat up a year. He sat up a year, right? And then, you know, but that's the thing Dak got to deal with. I would take Dak on the Steelers because just of what all he got to deal with and the leadership he showed throughout it and how the team responded afterwards. To me, shows me he top notch. The thing is, his situation is dragging him down so much. He got to provide so much support for everything else. He don't hardly have nothing for the field. God damn.
And
that's more of a societal issue, I think, a little bit too, because you know it's just people. But I think people in authority figures, you know, they should have a little bit more. Yeah.
Diversity.
Well, they should know. I mean, just like somebody put out something. Who was that? Mike Dicker put out something about the anthem, and I was like, man, you would think him playing with all the guys that he played with, and maybe talking to him, and even if you don't agree, you wouldn't put that statement out there because you know your teammates. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for a coach and a player to be that disconnected was eye-opening to me. For him. You know, just for him. I was like, wow, that's interesting. You know, you're a professional coach. You in the locker room. You know what your players talking about. You know what they doing. It was eye-opening. You know what I mean?
I think a big problem with society, though, is that especially the white folks that do well, I have a black friend, well, I work with a black person. If you truly don't feel like you're racist, talk to them. Don't come ask, because I've had people come ask me, well, Nikki, how do you handle this, and this? No, you need to go talk to your black friends that you say are friends, and you need to go ask them, how do they deal with that?
Tell them to tell you the real.
How does it make them feel whenever they get pulled over in a certain neighborhood just because of the color of their skin or the car they drive? I mean, you got to completely break it down. I mean, and I've asked my white friends this, have you ever been followed around a store because of the color of your skin, thinking that you were going to steal something? And, you know, they're like, well, no, that's never, well, there you go.
Yeah.
You know, how would that make you feel if that did happen to you?
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, in a perfect world, everything's unicorn and rainbows, and
Yeah.
you know, there's no racism, and we all love each other, but that's not what it is.
I got a unicorn in the garage. I go see him every now and then.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Yeah, that did sound kind of funny, didn't it?
A little bit. Anything can happen any given Sunday. Remember, Will?
I think
Except on Saturday. Except on Saturday. College is so predictable.
So true.
his team's gonna look like that gator in front of him, mouth open, gap.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we gonna see. Cause I really don't believe y'all gonna be able to do nothing with Kansas City. Not the way y'all playing. I really don't.
Well, we don't have to do anything until the AFC playoffs.
That's his hard talking. He don't want us to do. He don't want us to get 2 Super Bowls up on his beloved San Francisco for
I ain't
that.
got no beef with Pittsburgh. I ain't got no beef. I ain't no Cowboy fan.
No, you're a San Francisco fan. We already 1 up on you. You gonna get 2 up on you.
You still are sitting over there talking like you got problems with Steelers. So what's the deal?
No, I'm being objective because I've been around Rob too long. He act like
That's how he got ejected.
Y'all still gonna do something. I'm so glad that you and Tricia been on here. Y'all been objective.
Realistic, right? We got to be realistic. We can't.
You know what? We went through how many quarterbacks last season, and we still didn't have a losing season. So we always do something. We don't.
I think that goes. One thing that I love is Mike Tomlin.
Oh yeah.
I believe they give him the.
I like that thing, Nikki.
As a coach, that they should, because that Antonio Brown situation. Oh my God.
He kept a lid on that for how many years?
So D. Absolute
Not
crazy.
only Brown, but he had Brown and Bell, both of them, and he kept it under control in the locker room and on the field for how many years? And then they go off into the wide world and
they act a motherfucking fool.
Nuclear war.
It's so bad to have that much talent and to get to play a sport, but you can't fucking act right.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is everybody else's fault. Nothing is your own. Everybody's against you. Wham fucking wham. No.
I've never seen so.
Agent that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars off you drops you, then you should know the boat's sinking.
Right. I've never seen anybody happy to lose $30 million and call his grandmother that he did it. Man, it was good. Hey, we're gonna have y'all on definitely for another ladies' night here pretty soon, man. Maybe for definitely for the season over, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about right before the playoffs? I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Oh shit, we'll call y'all out.
You know we're messing with you, Will. Good luck on your game. I don't have a dog in that fight, so good luck.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna make do
Classy. I like it, Tricia.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna play the outro and y'all close out anytime, man. It was a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really good time. I appreciate y'all getting on. Hey, this is the front row. Rob, we got Tricia and we got Nikki. Man. Hey, what was this? Episode 3? Season 2, episode 3, man. Good show. Hey, from here on out, we having baller shows, baby. Baller shows. And hey, we got just because football season going on, we got the NCAA coming. My school is doing a spring schedule. I know JSU doing a spring schedule. A lot of the HBCUs, so we're gonna keep it rolling. All right.